support the anti-immigrant rhetoric?
I'm not supporting the anti-immigrant action.
Do you support his mass deportations?
No, it's not human.
Are you afraid that you could be deported in this mass deportation?
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
My God, I will vote. Let's vote. I will vote. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump.
It was an area of weakness for you. You have been widely criticized, Donald, as you know, for offending immigrants in your announcement speech. I want to just play again exactly what you said in that speech. Here you are.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
My God, I will vote. Let's vote. I will vote. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump.
And demonizing immigrants as he aims to appeal to Black and Hispanic voters.
They're coming from so many places, we don't have any idea. In many cases, we don't even know what the language. You know, you have languages that people don't even know about. And we're not talking about just South America countries. We're talking about countries from Africa. I think they're building an army. They had 29,000 people over the last... I think they want to get us from within. They cannot stay. We will immediately begin the largest criminal deportation operation in our country's history.
My God, I will vote. Let's vote. I will vote. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump.
Our cities are flooded with illegal aliens. Americans are being squeezed out of the labor force and their jobs are taken. By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens. And you know who's being hurt the most by millions of people pouring into our country? The Black population and the Hispanic population, because they're taking the jobs from our Black population, our Hispanic population, and they're also taking them from unions. The unions are suffering because of it. Thank you. Thank you. I like you too. Thank you very much.
My God, I will vote. Let's vote. I will vote. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump.
I'd like to say, you know, a little controversial, but I couldn't care less. We have a lot of bad criminals that came into this country, and they came in stupidly. It was an unforced error. It was an incompetent president that allowed it to happen. It was an auto pen maybe that allowed it to happen, and it did happen. But we also have a lot of bad people that have been here for a long time. People that whack people over the head with a baseball bat from behind when they're not looking and kill them. People that knife you when you're walking down the street. They're not new to our country. They're old to our country. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here too. You want to know the truth? So maybe that'll be the next job that we'll work on together. But I think getting them out, you know, we forget. I'd like to say, you know, a little controversial, but I couldn't care less.
My God, I will vote. Let's vote. I will vote. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump.
Activist Helen Villalonga begged for compassion.
¿Qué le hicimos, Donald Trump?
What did we do to you, Donald Trump, to deserve this? Many of my people believed in you.
I'm worried because of the situation that me, my dad, and my mom have where we don't have papers yet.
Javier, did you support Donald Trump?
Sí, yo hubiese tenido ciudadanía.
If I was a U.S. citizen, I would have voted for Donald Trump.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? If you don't know what's going on, a lot has been going on these last couple of days in terms of immigration, sending troops all out to American countries. A war on military ground with civilians is insane. And a lot of military are kind of split up. Some are really like, yo, why are you actually doing this? This goes against a constitutional right. That is a bill that you cannot impose war on your own citizens, but it's happening right now. It's happening. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but everybody's not citizens. Yeah, they're snatching up Black people. They're snatching up white people. They're snatching up Spanish people. I know some Spanish people think they're white, which is kind of why I feel like we're here where we're at right now. But, you know, I digress. But yeah, they're snatching up everybody. ICE is not playing games.
Just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher says she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no, I didn't.
She says she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizen App video shows the chaotic scene. Budget trucks and military-style vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
And they had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it, cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
So this thing is getting worse. They're planning to go to other different states. They're going to, I guess, grow their border military base. They're sending ICE there. Anybody that could help, you know, kidnap kids, put them in areas. Even people that aren't immigrants, they're sending them away. We all knew they was going to do this anyway. This was their plan. They're going to try to get U.S. citizens out of America. I don't know what the fuck they finna do with y'all niggas. They might send y'all to Djibouti. They might send you to some random part of Africa. like the Haitian prime minister, when he was trying to save the country, they just sent him to like some random ass. Yo, America does a lot. I've noticed that. Like America, like most times when America has the coups and shit like that, or they kidnap people or politicians, they be just sending them to like random parts of Africa. I'll be like, what the fuck? Like they might start doing that. They just start sending the niggas to Djibouti and shit like that. Just random African countries, like fuck it. But a quick summary up to end the video. Basically, a lot of Hispanics are cooned out. A lot of them separate themselves. They feel like they're white. And I know this because I have a lot of Hispanic, Afro-Hispanic families, a lot of Afro-Latino family members, people that I know that's Afro-Latino. And they have had a lot of disgusting incidents where Hispanic people have stereotyped them, other Hispanic people that have said things about them and have done the whole nine, been really disgusting to them. So these things aren't really like surprising to me. A lot of us do have descendants of Africans within our spaces. And I feel like a lot of us ignore our history, especially when it comes to the caste system and stuff like that. I feel like those things have affected our history and the reason why certain people vote for certain people. You know, I always say our past affects our future. That's why Trump is in office. A lot of these white people are racist. They believe in the replacement theory. They feel like you guys are replacing them. They took DEI away not because of y'all, because of white women. They want their women to have babies. They want America to be as white as possible. They don't like you guys. This is why they rolled back Roe v. versus Wade. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. These people do not like y'all. Just a quick summary. They never liked y'all. They don't like black people. They've shown time and time again that they're not fans of us. A lot of black people vote Democratic because Democrat make black people feel like first-class citizens. Most black people are obviously more conservative. You know, we have the smallest LGBTQ community. Most black people are more conservative in terms of household values and how things should be seen, the dynamics between men and women. Especially when it comes to the white community, more of them are liberal. A lot of white people are more liberal than Hispanics. The reason why a lot of white people voted for Donald Trump is because they feel like they're unrepresented. They feel like, you know, a lot of white men aren't going to college. They don't really have any real inspiration. They want to be seen. The dynamics between them and their women has always been weird. Also, you know, a lot of odd things have happened in that community. The reason why they vote for Donald Trump. You know, misogyny, stuff like that. A lot of ignorance, definitely a lot of ignorance, because immigrants have built up this country. A lot of immigrants that they were sending to the Midwest to build up these areas were to restore wealth in those areas so the money could keep flowing. But Trump doing that, and again, this is his second term where the government has crashed. So he's been doing a shit job for a long time. And I feel like a lot of this could be a lack of education is why y'all voted for him. But this is blatant stupidity. You do not vote for somebody that has shown you time and time again that he does not like you. Like Trump has literally shut down the government 2 times. Like this is already, like he's done this shit already. Everything he's done it. At this time, he's done it even more. But I always knew it was going to get to this point. A lot of people knew this was going to get to this point. If you're an immigrant and you voted for Trump, you got some type of low self-esteem because they have reminded time and time again that we are the problem. Immigrants are the problem. Not little Charlie shooting up to school. Not little Eric going to a black church and shooting a bunch of people. They're worried about us. They are scared that we're going to outpopulate them and do as what they did to us. That's the reason why they moved the way they do. That's the reason why certain bills are passed. There's a war on civilians and people that look like us. But the division between race, language, and all that stupid shit is the reason why America's still here. The whole Democrat and Republican bullshit has nothing to do with nothing. You let an idiot in office that doesn't like you, and this is the result of what happens. Now, I feel like certain issues in the Hispanic community, such as, again, you know, the whole colorism thing, is the reason why I feel like a lot of them separate themselves. A lot of them feel like they're white. But when they hear that fucking accent, they're going to treat you how they're going to treat you. They see you how they're going to see you. Trump says a lot of horrific, nasty things about Mexicans. I couldn't really find a nice clip if I wanted to. Like, there's so many videos of him just saying the most outlandish shit about Hispanics, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know how you would vote for him. Like, this, if he never irritated you as a person, if you're Hispanic, I think something is wrong with you. You got some type of low racial self-esteem. This man has shown time and time again that he does not like Hispanics. I don't really understand why a majority of them voted. Even the small majority of black people that voted, you're a fucking idiot too. Like, yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. The ignorance will continue. He's going to continue to round up y'all. And the U.S. government is backing him. The FBI is obviously not having an issue with this. The military is going forth with this. I mean, they're having a little bit of beef, but majority of them are like, hey, you know, he's our president. We got to do this. National Guard is dick riding him. A lot of people are working for ICE. ICE is pumping up the wage. People are getting paid working for ICE. So a lot of people are doing fuckery like that. I had a coworker that ass tell me he's going to work for ICE. This little white docile little fucker said he's going to work for ICE. I'm like, you know what? You definitely look like you would work for ICE. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not surprised his white ass working for ICE. So you probably get kidnapped by somebody that's a whole fucking twink. This nigga's in love with furries and shit. But like, this is what's going on. This is the country we live in. And it's always been this dynamic. A lot of them feel this way and they're acting out as they feel, even though you have made a lot of contributions to America and you have family and generations of family members that have probably made really strong growth in this country and have done a lot in terms of working, getting wealth and doing the whole nine. But they don't really give a fuck about that. They feel like you guys are replacing them, and white nationalism is on the rise, and y'all were never a part of the plan. That's why most black people vote Democratic. But that's all I really have to say, though. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see you on the next week's video. Peace.